Good morning, students. Today I am going to start your syllabus, that is paper 2. Under that, the second unit, population ecology and ecosystem. So first of all, we know about the population ecology. Definition of the population ecology: ECAD's growth curves. So these are the important types or important parts in the population ecology. So students, first of all, we should know about the population ecology. What is population ecology? See here. Definition of the population ecology. Population ecology is the study of population in relation to the environment. It includes environmental influences on population density and distribution, age structure, and variation in population size. Population ecology means what here? Population is the study of population. Means first of all we should study about the population, and with that in relation to the environment, how they are related to the environment. And this relation includes environmental influences on population density, how environmental affects the population density, and also how it affects the distribution of the population, age structure, and variation in population size. So this all we studied in the population ecology. So this is a definition of the population ecology. Next is characteristics of population. See here, what are the characteristics of population? First one is the population size. Means under the population ecology, what we should know about the population size, population density, dispersion, patterns, demographics, survivorship curves, and population growth. So these are the factors which are present, or these are the characteristics of the population. Next is population size means what? The first factor that population size means, in population genetics and population ecology, population size is the number of individual organisms in a population. Means we should count the number of organisms in a population, that is called as population size. And factors that govern the population size. So how the effect of the population size occurs, that is under these four, that is birth rate, that is also called as crude birth rate and crude death rate, immigration and emigration. So these factors influence on the population size. So in detail about this, what is this? That is, first one is what we call natality, the birth rate, which is the ratio of total live births to total population in a particular area over a specified period of time. So this is called as birth rate or natality. So in the examination, the 2 marks questions will come on this, that is what is natality, or natality, mortality, immigration and emigration. Like this questions will come, that is 2 marks questions. So what is mortality then? The death rate, which is also the ratio of the total number of deaths to the total population. So you remember here, the birth rate is called as a natality and the death rate is called as mortality. So how we can define here? The birth rate, which is the ratio of total live births to the to total population in a particular area, and over a specific period of a time. Means we have to take a particular time, that is period of time, and particular space or particular place. And mortality also, we have to take the death rate of a particular space or place of a particular total population. And next is immigration. The number of organisms moving into area occupied by the population is called as immigration. So the number of organisms moving into area occupied by the population is called as immigration. And emigration means the number of organisms moving out of the area occupied by the population is called as emigration. Immigration means entering of the organism, means from the outside the organisms will enter into the particular area that we have to take. That in that particular area, when the organisms comes from the outside, then that is called as immigration. You remember how you have to understand here. Immigration means entering from the outside to the particular area, and emigration means opposite to that, the number of organisms moving out of the area occupied by the population is called as emigration. So immigration here, entering of the organism from the outside to the inside. So the counting is increases when the organisms enters. Emigration means the number of organisms moving out, means they particular, for example, the 10 or 20 organisms are there. If the member or organism goes outside or moves outside, then the number decreases. So that is called as emigration. Immigration and emigration. Totally, what is this? Natality means the total birth rate. Mortality means death rate. Immigration means entering of new organism to the particular area, and emigration means moving out of a organism from the particular area. So these are the important for 2 marks questions, maybe natality, mortality, immigration and emigration. Okay, so the next is factors that increase population size. So what are the factors that increases the population size? So first one is natality is a recruitment to population through reproduction, and immigration from external population, example bird migration. So natality is nothing but what? Birth rate. When the birth rate is increases, automatically the population size will increases. And another one is through the reproduction, that is a natural way through the reproduction how the natality recruitment to be to increases the population size. And next one is another one is the best example is bird migration. Bird can move from one place to the another place, so that is called as migration. For food purpose they migrate from one place to the another place. So here when they come from other places, then that is said to be what? Immigration. That increases the what? Population size. And another one is the factor reducing population size. Here this is a one factor which reduces the population size. How it reduces? Mortality, it is an again natural process where the death of an organism takes place. So mortality, which is the death rate from any source. So the example is we also called as a predation, and emigration means moving out from the original place or from their place where individual leave the population for another habitat. This is called as emigration. So these are the 2 factors which reducing the population size. Next is, see here, example given here. This is a bird here showing the nest or the particular place middle, and the middle place that how occurs after the birth, there is an accumulation of these, and then immigration, again entrance of the birds, and emigration means they leave from the original place, and death of an organism. So like this, birth, immigration, population size, emigration and death, how it occurs, that shows by the diagrams. Next one is population change. So how population change takes place, that is birth plus immigration minus death plus emigration. So population size, how it affects like all these factors: emigration, mortality, immigration, and natality. So emigration, mortality, the minus sign is there, that reduces the population size, and another natality and immigration, that addition of these organisms, parameters that affect size or density of a population. And next one is, so this population density. What is the population density? Population density is a measurement of the number of people in an area. It is an average number, and it is usually shown as the number of people per square meter. So we studied now population size. After the population size, next one is population density. Population density is a measurement of the number of people in an area. It is an average number. It is usually shown as the number of people per square kilometer. Here the formula: density is equal to population divided by area. So how we can calculate here density of the population? Total number of population divided by area, that we come to know about the population density. So need to estimate population density. So first one is how to quantify nature. It is ecologist role. Estimates are allows for comparisons between different populations in terms of space and time measures. So these are the need to estimate population density. One is how to quantify nature, ecologist role. Estimates are allows for comparison between different populations in terms of space and time measures. And next slide is about how the two attributes are present. One is mobility, another one is the size. Based on movement of these organisms, that is movement is nothing but what? Mobility. Another attribute is size. Small animals or small plants are usually more abundant than the large animals or plants. So here size, it decreases or increases depending upon the smaller and bigger animals and plants. So it shows the size. Another one that shows the mobility of an organism. Next is measurement of density. Density is measured by two methods, that is total count method, and another one is the sampling method. So what is total count method here? Total count method is direct counting of populations and possible for few animals. Breeding colonies can be photographed, then later counted. Example for this: human population census and trees in a given area. So total count method means totally how we can count the population in a particular area, that is possible for few animals, and breeding colonies can be photographed, that is then later counted. And human population, example for this: human population census, trees in a given area. And next one is sampling methods. Depends on the type of organism and its natural abundance and distribution. Two broad categories are there. So sampling, so here for the practical purpose we have to take the sampling methods. Depends on the type of organism and its natural abundance and distribution. Two broad categories are there: plot based method, capture based method. So what is plot based method? That is, see here, that is also called as quadrat sampling method, widely used in plant studies. That is, total population is equal to average number per quadrant into total area per area of the quadrant. So this is what quadrat sampling method. Another one is mark capture method, used for every mobile or elusive species, and first used in the 1890. That is Peterson to estimate fish abundance. And next is population dispersion. The dispersion of a population is the pattern of spacing among individuals within the geographic that is boundaries. And there are three types are there. Population dispersion, there are three types are there. One is random, another one is clumped, and another one is the uniform. So what is these in detail we have to study. Clumped dispersion means clumped is a pattern when individuals are aggregated in a patches, most frequent pattern of distribution in a population. So reason for this is some area of habitat are more suitable than others. Heterogeneous environment with resources concentrated in patches, tendency of offspring to remain with parents, mating or social behavior of the individuals. Clumped dispersion means clumped is a pattern when individuals are aggregated in patches, most frequent pattern of distribution in a population. Reasons for this is some area of habitat are more suitable than others. Heterogeneous environment with resources concentrated in patches. So next is this is an example for clumped, that is, for many animals such as those wolves living in a group increase the effectiveness of hunting, spreads the work of protecting and caring for young, and help exclude other the individuals from their territory. Another is uniform distribution. Here evenly spaced distribution in which members of the population maintain a minimum distance from one another. In plants due to competition for water, sunlight or available nutrients. Example, creosote bushes in Majo desert. In animals due to strong sterility. Example, the desert lizard species. So this is what about this, and we have to continue in the next class. I will stop here. Thank you.